Master of Chaos. Ancient history. Why you should never trust a human. The ninja cleared out some debris so they could get out of the museum. On the streets, they could see Asphira and all her snakes slithering away. That way, come on. We gotta stop that thing, Lloyd said, gesturing to the huge fire serpent Asphira had mounted. Wait, Lloyd. Asphira has beaten us twice, and with the scroll, she is more powerful than ever, Zane cautioned. We can't just give up, Lloyd protested. I am not proposing that, but Master Wu taught us to think before we rush into battle, Zane said. We need to know more about her and this deceiver. Perhaps then we will find a way to defeat her. You're talking ancient serpentine history, Kai said. Yeah, who do you plan to ask? Cole wondered. What about Scales? Jay suggested. Everyone looked at him. Well, he's serpentine. Maybe he knows, Jay pointed out. The serpentine don't usually get involved, Nia said. Only one way to find out, Cole said. Okay, Jay, Cole, and Kai, you guys track down Scales. Irene, you go too. Scales might be more likely to talk to you and tell you what he knows, Lloyd said. Well, what are you going to do? Kai wondered. We're going to see if we can slow Asphira down. Get that scroll back, Lloyd replied. Come on! He, Nia, and Zane ran after Asphira while Cole, Irene, Kai, and Jay went into the sewers. Oh, why does Scales have to live in a sewer? Does the smell bother him? It smells like Cole's socks, Jay complained as they walked through the tunnels. Hey, Cole protested. Irie, don't laugh. It's not funny. They approached 3 tunnels, each with a different symbol painted over them. Oh, great. I don't suppose any of you know how to read serpentine, Cole said. Nope, Kai said. Not me, Jay added. Sorry, Irene mumbled. Oh, we should have brought Zane, Cole pouted. Well, we might as well flip a coin, Kai suggested. Oh, what's the difference? Which tunnel was it again? Jay muttered. Cole started to turn around. I say we go back in, he yelped as a blade was pointed at him. 3 Hypnobrai were pointing their weapons at the ninja. Irene slowly raised her hands. Hi, we need to see Scales, she said. The serpentine took them down one of the tunnels, pushing them in front of a door. Hey, watch it, Cole warned. Yeah, we're friends with Scales, you know, Jay added. And he's not going to be happy when he hears you were shoving us around, Kai said. Is that what we are? Friends? Scales hissed as he slithered out from behind the door. Sure we are. Right, pal? Kai said nervously. Scales was not amused. Every time you come down here, it's because someone is trying to destroy the surface world, he said. Cole chuckled nervously. Yes, you're right. We're in trouble again, and we need your help, Irene said, stepping forward. We need to know about Asphira and the treacherous deceiver. Asphira is a part of our history, but this other name, treacherous deceiver, this I have never heard, Scales hissed, but there is one who may know. Follow me. He led them to the Serpentine Library. An old Venomari was sitting behind the desk with a book. This is Acidicus. He runs our library. He loves books, Scales introduced. He turned to Acidicus. They wish to know about Asphira and the treacherous deceiver. Asphira, who tried to overthrow King Mambo V, and the treacherous deceiver, who betrayed her. Yes, I know this tale, Acidicus hissed softly, grabbing a book from the shelf and opening it, showing it to the ninja. In the time of the first Spinjitzu master, there was a truce between humans and Serpentine. Humans were forbidden to enter the Valley of the Serpentine, and the Serpentine were forbidden from human lands. But one willful child disobeyed the law. A boy went among the Serpentine and was caught. He would have been punished, but he was rescued by a Serpentine girl. The girl and the boy became friends, but the boy was evil and corrupted the Serpentine girl. He turned her against her own king, and she was betrayed by the boy. Hey, does that look familiar to anyone? Cole asked, pointing to an illustration of a scroll in the book. That's the scroll Asphira stole from the museum, Kai recalled. It is the scroll of forbidden Spinjitzu, Acidicus said. Forbidden Spinjitzu? Irene repeated. Oh boy. I think I just realized who the treacherous deceiver is, Jay said. Well, who? Cole asked. Yeah, spit it out, Kai said. Think about it. Who's like super, super, super old and is treacherous enough to befriend a snake and then betray her? Jay said. Garmadon! Irene, Cole, and Kai gasped. We need to get back to the monastery and tell Wu, Irene cried. Thanks for all your help, Scales, Acidicus. We gotta go. The ninja ran back to the monastery as fast as they could. They burst into Wu's meditation room. There's an evil serpentine sorceress called Asphira attacking the city, Jay cried. Asphira? Wu repeated. He looked afraid. Yeah, Garmadon betrayed her and locked her in a pyramid for 1,000 years, Kai added. And she is ticked off. She's not going to stop until she finds him, Irene said. She is not looking for Garmadon, Wu said. She is looking for me. What? You? Why is Asphira looking for you? You mean you're the one who betrayed her? What's going on? Irene burst out as Pixel walked into the room. Please, let me explain, Wu said. They listened intently as he told the story. In the days of my father, the first Spinjitzu master, there was peace between humans and Serpentine, but it was a fragile peace. Humans were forbidden to enter the lands of the Serpentine, and the Serpentine were forbidden to enter the lands of men. Two little boys, Wu and Garmadon, were playing outside with small wooden staffs. I'm tired of the lake. I don't want to go swimming today, Wu pouted. What do you want to do? Garmadon asked. I want to go that way, Wu decided, pointing to a signpost showing the way to the Serpentine Valley. That's the Serpentine Valley, Wu. We're not allowed there. Father promised King Mambo, remember? Garmadon reminded him. Nobody will ever know. We'll just take a quick look and come right back, Wu said. Come on, don't you want to see the Serpentine? Are you even a little curious? Garmadon gave in, and the two brothers snuck off to see the Serpentine. They hid behind some bushes and saw the pyramid full of snakes. Wow, Wu breathed. Okay, now you've seen it, Garmadon said. Let's go before someone... They were surrounded by Hypnobrai soldiers. The boys dropped their staffs in surprise, and they were taken into King Mambo's throne room. You are the children of the first Spinjitzu master? The king asked them. Yes, sir, Garmadon said. We're sorry, Wu burst out. Silence! Mambo bellowed, slithering down from his throne. You have recklessly endangered a peace between humans and Serpentine that has existed for millennia. Your foolishness has put me in a difficult position. His advisor slithered up to him and whispered, They are the children of the first Spinjitzu master, sire. We must proceed cautiously. Put them in a cell for the night. Let them think on their foolishness, Mambo decided. Very wise, the advisor approved as the guards took the boys to the dungeon and locked them up. I can't believe this. This is all your fault. I'm going to tell Father everything, Garmadon shouted. You wanted to go too, remember? Wu retorted. I asked you and you said, I said no. N-O. I said we shouldn't, but you wouldn't. Huh? Garmadon saw something move outside the bars of the cell door. It was a Serpentine girl. Is it true? You are the children of the first Spinjitzu master? She asked. Who are you? Wu stammered. The girl just smiled. What do you want? Garmadon asked cautiously. I am called Asphira. I'm training to be a sorceress in service to the king, she replied. Tell me, do you truly know the secrets of Spinjitzu? Wu and Garmadon stayed silent, hesitant to answer. For a price, perhaps I could help you. I could open this door. I know several spells already. One of them will bend steel, Asphira said sweetly. What price? Wu asked. We don't have any money, Garmadon said quickly. I do not speak of coin. I ask only for friendship. Who says serpents and humans can't be friends? And between friends there must be trust, sharing. You must share the secrets of Spinjitzu with me, Asphira said. Deal, let us out, Garmadon agreed. You too. I wish to hear you say the words, Asphira told Wu. Promise me. Wu hesitated. His brother nodded at him in encouragement. I promise, Wu said. Asphira laughed and whispered an incantation, opening the door. Wu and Garmadon ran out and headed home. It was dark by then. So Asphira freed us, and we ran back home, Wu said to the ninja. The two boys attempted to sneak past their father. They failed. And where have you two been? Their father asked. At the lake. Wu caught a fish, but it broke the line, and we spent the rest of the day trying to recatch it. Garmadon lied, and the two brothers smiled innocently. Is that so? Their father said. They looked at each other, then Wu turned his attention to the two scrolls on his father's desk. What are you working on, father? He asked. Something new, the first Spinjitzu master replied as his sons walked up to his desk. Garmadon looked at one of the scrolls. The Art of Forbidden Spinjitzu, he read. Forbidden Spinjitzu? Are those for us? Wu asked. No, they are far too powerful, the first Spinjitzu master told him, putting the scrolls away. Aww, the boys whined. Now off to bed, both of you. Go, go, their father said, ushering them off to their bedroom. That night, I could not sleep. I was troubled by the promise I had made. A promise Garmadon had no intention of keeping, but one which I felt I must, Wu continued. I returned the next day to fulfill my promise, but I exacted a promise from her in return. What promise? Asphira asked. You must vow that you will never use Spinjitzu for evil, Wu said. Asphira nodded in agreement, and Wu started to teach her. She gave her word, and I trusted her. Much to my regret, Wu said. In the days and weeks that followed, I taught her the secrets of Spinjitzu. Wu demonstrated Spinjitzu to Asphira. She tried to copy him, but her tail tangled and she fell. Wu helped her up and she tried again. She kept trying again and again, with Wu giving her tips. They stopped for a break and Wu shared a sandwich with her. After they ate, they went back to training. Asphira finally managed an orchid-colored tornado, but she fell down. She got back up and Wu moved her arms to the correct position. She tried again and succeeded. Excited, Asphira spun again and knocked Wu over. She helped him up and they bowed to each other. They waved goodbye and went their separate ways. Unknown to either of them, Garmadon had been hiding behind a rock and saw the whole thing. Just as Wu was walking up to the house, Garmadon confronted him. Where have you been? He demanded. Nowhere, Wu stuttered. Don't lie to me, I saw you. You were with that snake, Garmadon accused. You were teaching her Spinjitzu. I had to, Garmadon. We promised, Wu said. You can't trust her. She's a slimy snake, Garmadon said, shoving his brother. Don't call her that, Wu shouted, shoving back. Garmadon shoved him again, knocking him to the ground. You hurt me, Wu cried, clutching his bruised arm. Garmadon ran off. For weeks, we barely said a word to each other, Wu said, his eyes full of sorrow and regret. Wu was walking through the woods, kicking a small rock. He saw several people from a nearby village leaving with all they could carry. What happened? Wu cried. King Mamba's been overthrown by a serpentine queen who knows Spinjitzu. She's marching on our lands, a man cried before hurrying away. You better clear out while you can, another said. Wu ran home and burst into the room he shared with his brother. I need your help, he admitted. What is it? Garmadon asked. I told Garmadon what had happened, and we put aside our anger. Together, we hoped to undo what we had done, but it meant disobeying my father a second time. The two boys snuck into their father's study. There, the forbidden scrolls, Wu said, pointing. They each grabbed a scroll, and power rushed through them. Wu's golden element of creation, and Garmadon's purple element of destruction. They took the scrolls outside and tested out their power. Wu's Spinjitzu was more powerful when he tried it. So was Garmadon's. The scrolls gave us powers we have never felt before. It felt as if we had reached our true potential in an instant. It was a wonderful feeling, and a terrible one, Wu said. Irene recalled what had happened to Lloyd when he picked it up and shuddered. Garmadon and Wu wrapped the scrolls around their staffs and headed down to the Serpentine Valley. They hid behind some bushes as Asphira addressed the Serpentine, Mambo in chains beside her. Mambo the Fifth has failed you! The truce was broken. And what did he do? Nothing! He is weak, but I am not. Behold, the power of Spinjitzu, Asphira shouted, doing Spinjitzu and knocking Mambo over. The Serpentine all gasped in shock. Wu and Garmadon had to fight their way past some guards to get into the pyramid. Asphira was lounging on the throne, with Char pouring her a drink. Once my rule over Ninjago is complete, I think I shall rename it after myself, she decided. Asfago? Char said, puzzled. Asphira, you fool! Asphira exclaimed. Ah, Asphira, much better, Char agreed, nodding. That's a terrible name, Wu shouted as he and his brother burst into the throne room. You! Asphira cried. You broke your promise! You swore never to use Spinjitzu for evil, Wu shouted. Is it evil to be strong? Asphira asked as a guard handed her a staff. To show ambition? To push aside the weak and seize control? She laughed. Oh, Wu, you have much to learn about the ways of the world, she said. I learned something from you. Never to trust a snake, Wu said. Guards! Asphira shouted. Several Serpentine guards entered the throne room. I'll handle these guys. You take care of her, Garmadon said, rushing toward the guards, pulling out his staff with the scroll. Take care of me, if you can, Asphira taunted, pointing her staff at him. Now that I know all of your secrets. You don't know all of them, Wu shouted, pulling out his scroll as power rushed through his body and his eyes glowed gold. Asphira did Spinjitzu, and so did Wu, his forbidden tornado clashing against Asphira's tornado and sending her flying. They went at it again, and Wu knocked Asphira over. You deceived me, Asphira accused. You promised to teach me Spinjitzu, but this I have never seen. I didn't deceive you. I just didn't show you everything, Wu shouted, spinning and hitting her with his staff. They fought, and in the end, Wu was victorious. Garmadon had defeated the guards as well. I yield! I yield! Asphira cried, raising one arm to shield her head as Wu raised his staff. He stopped, then threw the staff aside. Garmadon did the same. And so Asphira was defeated. The power of the scroll was too much, even for her sorcery. King Mambo was restored to his rightful throne, and the peace was kept. As for Asphira, Wu walked down the hallway of the dungeon. Help me, Wu, please, as I helped you, Asphira begged from her cell. King Mambo has decided your punishment. You are to be entombed, magically, until such time as your sins are forgotten, Wu said, emotionless. Wu, I beg of you, release me, Asphira wailed. You would have brought war and suffering to all Ninjago, Wu said. I spared you and your brother. I ask only the same, Asphira pleaded. Wu simply shook his head and walked away. Release me! I saved you and you betray me? You abandoned me? Asphira shouted, enraged. You! She lunged at the bars. Treacherous dog! You deceiver! She was still screaming as Wu and Garmadon walked away from the pyramid. You will pay for this, Wu! Do you hear me? If it takes 1,000 years, I will have my revenge!